we're gonna start installing with Darn UI. Just select the mod and hit activate. Darn UI uses the install script that needs to modify your Fallout ini. Say yes, and say yes to all, and hit OK. Next, we're gonna install Mart's Mutant mod. Hit activate. Now you need these core plugins and install the plugins for the DLCs that you have. So we have all of them in this case. We don't need any of the other optional plugins, none of them. They are all included in the Mart's Mutant mod and Fallout 3 Wanderers Edition FOIP patch and can be configured in-game through a menu, so we don't need any of those, only DLC and the main files. Next we're going to hit install. This can take another few minutes while now the mod is actually being installed to your Fallout 3 folder. It's installing all the meshes, textures, and all the other necessary files. Now overall, when installing files, you want to start with the main mods first and install all the patches last, since often the patches need to overwrite some older files. And hit OK, and next we're going to install weapon mod kits. Just hit activate and it's installed. Next we're going to start with the Project Beauty, first with the main files, hit activate, and then with the resources. Again, just hit activate. This takes a bit longer since this is now installing all the new texture files. Okay. Next we're going to install the Eve main. Hit activate. And lastly, we want to install Fallout 3 Wanderers Edition. Now here you got a setup menu again. You need all of these core components. The install script automatically detects which DLCs you have, and then you have several optional files. You have the followers plugins. These overhaul your followers, give you more options how you equip them. They can be endured. I'm going to use the Broken Steel version. If you have Broken Steel, use this one. Otherwise, use the regular one. Here are some more optional plugins. The alternate travel plugin replaces fast travel through a motorcycle and caravans. I'm going to use this. And I like some visual flair in combat, so I'm going to use the optional restore tracers for automatics. And then I'm going to hit install. Hit yes to all when it asks you to overwrite. Fallout 3 Wanderers Edition has some of the same resources like Mart's Mutant mod, for example, has. Fallout 3 Wanderers Edition has the latest version of those resources, so just let it overwrite everything. And it's installed successfully. Next we're just going to install the Eve Operation Anchorage file. Say again yes to all to overwrite everything. Then we're going to install the Eve Import and Update. Say yes to all. These, like I said, these updates overwrite already existing files, so it's important to install them last. Going to install the Invisible Trog fix. Then we're going to install the Darn UI update for FWE. Say yes to all to overwrite everything. And lastly, we will install the FOIP patches. Alright, now we've installed all the mods that we need. So we can go ahead and close the package manager. Now we're back in the main window of the Fallout Mod Manager, and you will see your load order. Right now it's a pretty big chaos here. The load order is very, very important. If mods conflict with each other, the mod that is loaded last wins the conflict and its resources are loaded. Lots of mods use some of the same references and resources. Now, getting an order in here isn't that simple. Fallout Mod Manager has the auto sort function. We're going to use this once, and it'll tell you it's a beta feature. It's not perfect, don't rely on this, but we'll let it do some start work. This looks a bit better now, but still not as we want it. We're going to go back to Nexus and go to the FOIP page, or you can go to the FWE page. And in the FOIP page you will find the recommended load order for this exact setup. We'll just scroll a bit down, and here on the main page is the load order. Just gonna put this next to each other and make sure it looks exactly like here. We're just gonna take a look. This looks fine. This looks okay, and here's already the first problem. To help us with sorting, we're gonna go to Settings and activate Show ESMs in bold, and exit this. Now you'll suddenly see a bunch of files are in bold. These are ESM files. ESM files are always loaded before ESP files. It doesn't matter where you actually put them. For example, I will take the Project Beauty ESM and move it further down. This will still be loaded actually here. The ESM files are all loaded before the ESP files. You can actually see the mod index, which actually tells you where mods are loaded, and no matter where I put Project Beauty, it stays the same until I put it up here. Now it's different. Now it's 08. So just to have some general order, make sure all your bold ESM files are up first. Now we're going to go back to check. So we have Craft, Caliber, Project Beauty, Fallout 3 Wonders Edition, Mars Mutant Mod. That all looks fine. We're going to move to Darnified UI, ESP up here. Those look okay. Some of the Fallout 3 Wonders Edition patches got dumped down here. We're going to move them up there. Now we're going to check, yeah, the DLC plugins are not in perfect order, so let's fix that as well. And now we're looking good. Make sure that another thing you need to take note of are the masters of a file. If you click on any file, we'll just pick the Fallout 3 Wonders Edition main file, it will tell you down here what masters it has. In this case, Fallout 3, Craft, Caliber, and the Fallout 3 Wonders Edition ESM. It's important that these masters all load before the mod. So we can... Alright, now we're going to go back here and move this weapon mod kit there. Move that file down here. And now it's starting to shape up. So check again here if the plugins are in order. They are. Here's FWE optional worn weapons. We're not using this. You can actually just delete the file in this case, since we're not using the FWE worn weapons add-on. So just get rid of that. Next we have Eve. We'll check Eve Operation Anchorage. Goes up here, and this one goes here, and then that's set too. And next we have Mars Mutant Mod. We're just going to move slightly here, and we're set. Now just double check again if the load order looks like exactly like on this page. And basically our load order is set. We could start the game now, but there's still one very important thing missing. If you look here at the load order, it says your merged patch. We don't have a merged patch yet. So next what we're going to do is create a merged patch. So